Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about my brand new campaign with the Gold Dragon Master called Arbor Adventures. And we just had session 2 of Arbor Adventures, taking place in the Forgotten Realms, in the little town of Phandalin, classic Forgotten Realms town. Yeah, it's a town. It's not really a village. Between Neverwinter and Waterdeep, right? So we start out, and essentially at this point, the Gold Dragon Master is playing a empath assassin. Okay, and his core abilities are investigate, streetwise, and oratory. But he is an assassin. Now, how is he an assassin if if he has all soft skills? It's really fascinating. He has this dagger, right? This cursed dagger, okay? And it has, so a dagger in Crown and Skull, and that's the system we're using. It does D4 damage, right? Well, this cursed dagger gets an additional die. This cursed dagger, the die is increased from a D4 to a D6, right? And then this cursed dagger is chained to the to the empath assassin, the player character, and that means he's never going to lose it. It's his, right? And this is I love this part. It's essentially narrative protection, right? Like, it's like Batman's cowl. Like, nobody takes off Batman's cowl. It's just, there's always a reason that Batman's anonymity is preserved. It's part of the narrative, right? So this blade is his. It's not going to get lost. It's not going to get taken. This blade is his, right? It's part of its cursed nature, right? So he has this incredible dagger. So an additional die, an increased die. So that's 2d6 that it's rolling, and bleed. And get this. So let's say with 2d6 he rolls a 4 and a 4, right? That means 8, right? So what happens then is you roll a 2d4. Let's say you get a 3. He's going to take that much damage for 3 more rounds. That's a total of 4 times 8. That's 32 points of damage off of one hit. That's guaranteed death on a lot of characters within. That won't kill a dragon, but that will kill like some major creatures, and that's not even max damage, right? Like, so this dagger is the assassin part. It's really fascinating. So the empath assassin gets to Phandalin, and he's looking for his brother. He realizes that Phandalin is split between the miners and the woodcutters, right? So he goes into the Stonehill Inn, and he approaches some woodcutters. He uses his investigate, and he's successful. And they said, yeah, we absolutely saw another elf that looks like you in these parts, and he was here 3 days ago, right? And he was looking for a woman. So at this point, the empath assassin gets very excited. He's like, oh, great, that's fantastic. I need some more information. And he's like, can I use Streetwise? So I said, well, the reality is you've built good trust with these woodcutters, and you intuit that these woodcutters have information, but the leader of the woodcutters has all of the woodcutters' information. You need to go see the leader. So he does. He goes to see Demeth, okay? And Demeth is the leader of the woodcutters. The leader of the woodcutters then tells him, your brother is here. He's still in Phandalin, but he's spending his time with the miners, okay? And he's been with them for the last few days. But there's a problem. You can't go see him. And Demeth's like, well, why can't I, right? And actually, the empath assassin says to Demeth, the woodcutter leader, why can't I go see him? And he's like, well, the reason you can't go see him is the woodcutters and the miners are about to go to battle, right? And the reason why is for literally over a century, the miners and the woodcutters have had good relations, and the reason why is the miners actually buy wood from the woodcutters to bolster their mines. They literally, reinforce their mines with lumber from the Neverwinter forest. But recently, one of the dwarves made a stone arch, And so now they can actually buttress and reinforce their own mines with the stone they're mining out. And they've cut the woodcutters out, right? And we're not cool with this, right? And I can tell you right now, if you roll over and you try to find your brother with the miners, I can tell you right now, there's some bad things coming the miners' way, and you're going to be right in the middle of it, right? And so that is as much as I could tell you today. Thank you for letting me share this ongoing adventure in the Arbor Adventures. I'm really loving this campaign. It's so good. And it's just working out perfect, and I'm super excited to share it with you. I hope that's shining through. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion on the coolest parts of Arbor Adventure Session 2. The important part is when I hear your humble opinion on... So you just heard, every single word you just heard was my humble opinion on the coolest parts of Session 2 of Arbor Adventures. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion on Phandalin, the Forgotten Realms, Dungeons & Dragons, and Crown and Skull. Please consider like, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.